Hey my G's, welcome back to a video. Welcome back to my channel. So welcome to a new video. I know that you guys already know what this video is all about, so chill. I've been getting lots of questions, lots of DMs. How you doing? We've not been seeing it, and I know it's coming from a place of love. We get into subsequent videos. I'd love to share with my YouTube family how this journey began, how I found out I was pregnant even without having any pregnancy symptoms or my period being late. So I'm gonna tell you guys how it all happened in this video. It all happened when my sister came back to Nigeria and I went to see her. So she was just unpacking, and without having anything in mind, I saw this pregnancy strip in her bag and I took it. Sorry sis. So I took it and I came back home, and days later my Flow app was giving me lots of notifications, which is not unusual, but I don't know why I was feeling somehow. It was as if the notification was too much. So I took it out and I checked. My husband did not even know what was happening because I wasn't feeling anything. I didn't have anything in mind, but I've always wanted to record myself taking the first pregnancy test. When my baby is gonna come, when my evidence is gonna come. So I've always wanted to do that, so it wasn't a big deal. And the fact that I'm a creator, so I'm an upcoming creator, is not even a bad thing, or is not a new thing to see a creator doing. So I actually did that, and I just saw this fence line. Don't worry, I just want to get into the main because there are clips coming up. Yeah. So after that, I found out I was pregnant, and that's how the journey began. So let's dive into the reason why we are here. This is the live videos of how I found out that I was carrying my evidence. Yeah, how I found out I was pregnant. Yeah. So on this fateful day, after my morning prayers, I sneaked into the bathroom to go play around with the test strip. I didn't even know what made me carry this camera, carry my phone into the bathroom, because though I've always wanted to record myself taking my pregnancy test. Yeah, so I did that and I dipped this in, and the result was so shocking. Actually, I was not feeling anything. Do you know what it is that I was not feeling a thing? I was not weak. I was not nauseous. There was no symptoms, guys. There was none. So it was so shocking when I dipped this in and I saw this faint line. I didn't even know how to act. I wasn't sure. I was shocked. I didn't know whether to tell my husband. I didn't know whether to call him because he was still resting that morning. I didn't know what to do. I was just there. I couldn't shout. This is like Pastor Jerry will always say, how will you shout? Will always ask, how will you shout? How will you jump? I did not know how to shout. I muted this video because I was not actually talking. I decided to do a voiceover because I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just whispering to myself inside the bathroom. I was so shocked. I was not sure if I am seeing correctly. I was seeing correctly though. I wasn't sure I was seeing correctly because the line was so faint. And the fact that I wasn't feeling anything, no symptoms. I thought once it enters, you start feeling something, you get. But it was not like that. I was so surprised. I didn't know whether to cry, whether to jump, whether to shout, whether to tell my husband. And our anniversary was supposed to be in a few days. I didn't want to get my hopes up and all of that. So guys, I didn't know what I was even doing inside there. I kept putting this at the back of the test strip to be sure the lines are the same as when it's valid and when it's invalid. I was just placing it there. I kept checking, are you sure this is what I'm seeing? So guys, it was the feeling was, I can't even explain how the feeling was. I can't even explain it right now, guys. I couldn't cry. I was crying, but there was no tears. I couldn't shout. My mouth was open, but I couldn't shout. I was just there. So that evening I went out, and I went out that morning. Then in the evening I decided to check again. I bought strips and I checked again, and what I saw again was the same thing that I saw in the morning. I was just there staring at the strip. I was like, is this how this God is? Because I know I was not even trying at that point because of so many things I was handling. Then the next morning, I bought 2 strips the previous day. So the next morning, I was supposed to use the last one to check again. So I woke up by 4 in the morning, and you can see me show you guys the time on my phone. That was 4 in the morning. I woke up. I couldn't sleep the whole night. I was like, please, because they said it's early morning urine, right? So I was like, maybe the ones I've been doing is not that early. So let me wake up very early in the morning. So I woke up. I stayed there for a while. I was like, should I do this? Should I not do this? So I switched on the water because my husband was still sleeping. I switched on the tap so that it will be running, so that he doesn't hear any noise at all. So I checked again. I was just there. So I was just showing you guys. This is me showing you guys the previous tests. It was so incredible. So I'm showing you guys the one that I took the previous evening. So you can see that the 2 strips are the same because I bought it at the same time. Yeah, so this is me checking again the second pregnancy test that I took, and I was like, is this for real? Is this like for real? So after that, I went ahead to open up the 3rd pregnancy strip to check again to be sure. So I opened the 3rd pregnancy strip, and this time around I had lots of urine because I was like, maybe the urine I was using to test it was a bit small. It was crazy actually. I was just messing around inside that bathroom. So I brought it up and I prayed a bit. Yeah, I prayed a bit before checking again. I prayed. I was like, God, please, this should be true. This should be for real. And I almost filled that container with my urine. I had to cover it because I feel like it would be so gross for people to see the full container. So I checked again, and the answer was still the same. The result was still the same. The lines were still the same. What can't God do? What can He do? What can't God do? I just kept sitting there. I was like, it's as if I was not dipping it in long enough, so let me just leave it a bit. And I kept it there for a very long time. Then I brought it out. I was like, God, what is this? How merciful are you? How gracious can you be? And it was just there, staring at me. The lines were just there again, staring at me, and I just stood there. I prayed, I kabashed, I thanked God. I said that this is the best anniversary gift ever. Our 2nd year anniversary. I couldn't wait to tell my husband. I was just holding myself. I said, I will not talk. Let me just hold it. Let it be his anniversary. Let it be our anniversary gift. I love surprises. I love surprising him. And this would be the biggest surprise I have ever pulled. God has ever helped me pulled in a marriage. So I just stood there and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. Then I had to take it in, and I was just yeah, I can remember putting it in and bringing it out again to show you guys, to show the camera, because I was just mute in there. So this was me the next day.
Okay, she said I should pay for it. She said I should pay for it and come. Thank you. So I'm going over to this place. I don't know what to expect, but I'm going over there.
So I went to the nearby hospital to go get my blood tested for pregnancy. So before they started doing that, I asked her, can I record it? Because I need this video. And she said, yes, why not? Because I always do that. Once I am not alone, I always ask questions. Yeah, so I was just there. She drew my blood and she went ahead to test it, and I had to wait for a while because I asked her whether I should go back and come back again. I should go and come back again, and she was like, no, I can actually wait. So I waited, and the next thing I heard was, congratulations. I was like, what? She said, congratulations, you're pregnant. I was like, what? So she handed me my result and she was positive. That was an emotional one right there. Yeah. So if you watched up to this point, kindly give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to follow my pregnancy journey, my bump date. Yes, and do not forget to leave a comment below. Yeah, and see you guys on more videos to come. Bye guys. Bye my G's. Thank you for watching. Bye.